We are here to say what we want to see on the park, and it has happened.
It's about being a voice for the youth representation for what happens inside the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park.
It has really taught me to dream and to believe in the dream.
See the strength of her arm, as firm and hairy as Hendron's. See the size of her thighs, the pout of her lips, as, cross and full of a pent-up strength, she swipes at the rhododendrons. Lucky the rhododendrons.
It met the bar. It really did. It was a case of I came in and I thought, all right, first things first, I know engineers need to be good with the equipment.
I may not have pushed them out, but you know something? They are my children.
I've never seen a sibling relationship like it.
If there are problems, everybody will know what those problems are, and there will be someone who can help you with those problems. The worst thing you can do is to not ask.
But yeah, that's the difficult bit, is that when you see the child that you want to be your son or daughter, you want them. You don't want to wait.
Live the golden rules of safety. 1. Be fit for work. A safe site needs healthy workers. Take care of yourself. Keep hydrated, have good meals and breaks during the day, and stay alert. Check your method statement is correct. If you think it isn't, ask your supervisor.
The Highways England Strategic Road Network, or SRN, comprises over 4,400 miles of motorways and trunk roads, carrying 33% of all traffic and 66% of freight. Everyone using England's motorways and major trunk roads will have used traffic information at some point during their journey.
You will join a network of volunteers receiving free training to identify, survey and monitor your local sites. Working with our archaeologists using tape measures, cameras and the Citizen app, you will create the first England-wide record of these nationally important sites before they disappear altogether.
I think we've got a fantastic opportunity to expand intelligent public debate.
It's clearly becoming more and more urgent that we learn how to live more harmoniously with people who have very different notions of what a society is. That's more evident every day.
The Venerable Bede said the earth is round like a ball.
The Middle Ages have got a bad rap.
This signifies Christ's domination of the world, and it's a globe.
These are books from junk shops. These are other people's cast-offs. Nobody wants them. They're not treasured. They're not first editions. And I love books. And I think if something beautiful can be made out of these books, then that just increases the love of books that people can have.
Hackney Council has made a huge impact on the borough over the past decade, and as a result, that place has changed dramatically. I'm incredibly proud that our streets are amongst the cleanest and our schools are amongst the best nationally. Crime levels are down, we have new swimming pools and libraries, award-winning parks and creating thousands of new and private housing developments for residents.
I'm off now. Asia Pacific, the Middle East, Europe, North America. Amazing. Everywhere I go, Atkins are already using what they learned on the park to help meet the world's infrastructure challenges of tomorrow.
I think we should push it. If you want us to really come up with something different, when you go all the way,
it takes a lot of rehearsal and chemistry between the players, actually, and I do think of it as a form of alchemy somehow, how you can get those very different sounds.
Karl Marx once made a distinction between animal needs and human needs. The society, a well-run society, community, should make sure that people's animals' needs are satisfied. You should have, I don't even have to quote it, take a look at Article 25 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights spells it out pretty well. It should provide the opportunity for people to discover who they are.
And this is what we found. We are incredibly fortunate this grave survived, though. All those red lines represent the modern disturbance around the grave. It's the reason the feet are missing. Incredibly, it came within about a centimetre of his skull, and it came within about 90 millimetres above his legs.
This is what was no man's land, and that was the jump-off point for Indians during the Second Battle of Ypres in April 1915, where the Indians, for the first time, faced gas attack, and they are very badly gassed. And 100 years later, we have this cemetery beautifully maintained, and yet there is this strange gap. So here we have all the white graves, and then we have a few non-white graves. And in the middle of it, we have one Indian grave. It says the unknown sepoy killed, and that was during the Second Battle of Ypres.
I still walk down the streets and feel like there's an adventure just around the corner, feel like I don't quite understand this place, feel like there's something to be discovered.
Hackney has more creative people and artists than per capita than anywhere in Europe.
And this was a block of stone reused in the late Roman period in a defensive wall along the river.
The debates aim to show humanities and social sciences at work, helping us understand the nature of the challenges we face as societies, as economies, and as individuals.
She noticed that I was always really sad and quiet, and she was really optimistic. And, you know, she's always optimistic about TM, so she's like, it'll help you. I promise it'll help you. I think after the first week or so, I started to really realize I can laugh and just relax a little bit more. So TM has played a good part in my life, and especially when I'm in the hospital, very much so.
In the 60s, there was a shift, and people traveled not to change the world, but to be changed. So much of that came from the Beatles.
They're looking at things which archaeologists generally have fought shy of. Things like intention, theory of mind, language, all these sorts of things which archaeologists have convinced themselves over the year are invisible from the sort of data they have, the skulls and the stone tools.
We live in a country at the moment to which I'm absolutely devoted, but it tends to look for things to fall out over rather than to fall in about. And one of the virtues of arts and humanities is that it does teach people that nothing's quite that simple, that primary colours approaches aren't that wonderful, and scapegoating on other people is not wise.